Ellen, said John Q. Moseley to the talk show host Ellen DeGeneres. I've never been a parent, so I can't speak from experience, but you know my story. I'm a strong supporter of gay rights and an advocate of adoption. Too many kids come from troubled backgrounds and need good parents. The drive to have only biological children that look like us is a shallow one. Plus, the world is overcrowded. Members of the Ellen DeGeneres show looked on with intrigue as Moseley placed his neoprene snorkeling boots on the ottoman. Well, I think that is just fantastic, said Ellen, and I'm sure that the audience would like to know more after the TV break. Ellen stood up and started to twirl and dance, the audience members swishing their hips in unison. John Q. Moseley looked hard into the crowd of women and moved his hand across his beard, sensing some tense moments ahead.
Nervous is meeting your boyfriend's family. All 16 of them.
Nervous is why there's new soft and dry.
Soft and dry, Roll-On. Nothing keeps you drier when you're nervous.
Nervous is
The TV break ended. John Q., said Ellen, what is your advice for parents that would like to adopt? Do you mean with respect to females couples specifically? Queried John Q. Oh, well, why not, said Ellen. Again, the female-dominated audience began to clap, and Ellen stood up and started to dance in a particularly Caucasian manner. There are some obvious challenges there, you know. John Q's brow started to furrow. Right, like the stigma attached to being gay, said Ellen. Yes, that and hormones. Ellen DeGeneres laughed as if John Q had just told a joke, but he hadn't. Hormones are a funny thing, he continued. They're like going on a wild ride, if you know what I mean. But this probably isn't a very popular thing to say. The mood in the NBC studio began to change as John Q segued into an exposition of the biology of hormones. Hormones are proteins that originate in a number of different glands, so they are fully biological and can't be controlled. Right, said Ellen, sensing this was a good opportunity to change subjects. So tell us what happened while you were out at sea. Tell us what it was like to be on the open ocean for so many years and to finally reach the shore. Yes, well, the first thing I'll say is that it was very personal and volatile, and very hard to grasp. Not unlike women. Ellen DeGeneres wore a blank expression on her face. Which brings us back to childhood and parenting, said John Q. In some respects, being out in the middle of the sea is not unlike being a child all over again. But this doesn't become apparent for quite some time. What doesn't become apparent? Asked Ellen. The journey to the shore.